for most.
Yeah, I thought, in the times we had some little lapses, I thought we, corrected quickly. This is a tough little trip, right? Tough little back-to-back. And then, we've been talking about how important, like, this part of our schedule is. And, guys are really kind of, locked in and have the right approach right now. So I think that's evident for a performance like tonight. We know that they were super depleted, but you got to take advantage of these opportunities when you get them in the league, and we did so.
Randall talked about in post-game interview about just kind of trust with players and with the bench doing so well and doing his thing. Are you feeling that, like, they're kind of trusting each other now as they're moving through the year?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's been growing. Obviously, I think the trust has always been there, but maybe some of the shot making hasn't gone alongside of it, and so guys are maybe overthinking some things out there. But right now, it feels like we have a better rhythm to what we're doing. Really like the way Anthony's playing. I think he's picking his spots really well. I thought Julius was really good tonight. Rudy was really good defensively again, and Mike has been very instrumental. What I'm learning is, like, I can almost, like, use him now with coming off the bench. It's like break glass in case of emergency with him. I can put him in. I have, basically, like, his minutes are now in 36, so not instead of 48. So it's a smaller window, but it's more targeted. So.
With the Ant's dunk, you guys were up, I think, 7 at the time.
Yeah.
And then you closed the quarter strong.
Yeah.
Kind of play that
just
picks the energy up.
For sure, yeah. I thought, the energy had been a little flat in the beginning of the last 2 third periods. I think we got to address that. I think, it's important that we maintain the good energy we've taken into the half the last couple of games. We also just kind of missed some easy plays, that would kind of give us enough breathing room too. But yeah, that was a signature Ant moment for us. So.
This team seems like it's ebbs and flows. Win 3, lose 3, win 4, lose 4. Kind of. Have you pinpointed why this team maybe has this sort of characteristic and how to keep a winning streak going?
I don't know. I mean, every team is different. This reminds me a little bit of the team we had a few years ago, where, like, they always chose the hard path, and they did okay in the end, But right now we're talking about, stacking them up and see what we can do going forward here. So.
Coach, you came out to a pretty fast start there in the first quarter, shot 60%.
Yeah.
And when that started to diffuse, the Magic get tight at some point, but you guys still managed to kind of make the corrections like you were talking about. How big was that start to kind of set the tone?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, Anthony, I think he got off to a really hot start from 3. And then, he and Julius were carrying us through the first quarter, and that's really what we need from that lineup right now. It's got to get us going. So that was kind of really the game. We were able to create just enough cushion to always keep them at bay and make it tough for them to make shots, keep the pressure on them, on their shot making.
You've seen pretty much all the dunks. Where would you put this one?
Honestly, like, I didn't get a great look at it because I had, like, a flat angle. But having not really looked at it, it's tough to beat the Utah dunk, so. But we'll. Yeah. Wow, we agree with the media on something. That's good.
As recently as a week ago, Anthony was not happy with how he was playing. Have you noticed that he's taken?
I think he's pretty happy now, I think, listen, much has been said about that, and anybody who knows Ant knows that everything that comes out of his mouth is real and it's genuine, and he's just frustrated. Upon reflection, he realized this is his new reality. You want to be a great player in the league, this is what you're going to face, and his approach has changed. He's using strategies to attack these things. He's staying engaged. He's kind of like, piece by piecing it through the game, like, because every possession might be different. So, and that's different for him. Like in years gone by, he'd face a lot of different coverages, but might be like all game they do something. You know, now they're mixing it up, trying to keep him off balance. So, you know, he's too much of a competitor to let anything get to him ultimately. That was just a moment in time and something that he was feeling at that moment, but he's been great ever since, you know.
What's the one thing you notice that's different? Is it maybe make
He's,
quicker decisions?
he's quicker decisions, for sure. I definitely, you know, quicker decisions, simplifying things when he does go, committing to the three, you know, and then just as you would, you know, tactically trying to take advantage of the coverage, you know, in the right way, and you know, where his teammates can benefit too. So,
Coach, you mentioned this team being depleted, but they've chalked some teams in the past
Yeah.
too. What was it you kind of told your guys, or how was it you kind of handled that they don't
Yeah.
fall into that same trap?
well, we just laid out their resume. They're 22-16, 6 games above 500. They have beaten the Celtics, the Suns, the Knicks recently. You know, all in some sort of depleted shape, and they probably got, you know, more wins going back even. I've been watching these guys kind of all year because I really like how they play. Mose is doing an amazing job here with and they turn you over. And we just played this game the other day. We just played, you know, a team in Detroit which we didn't have the right approach for. They punched us in the mouth. They turned us over. They beat us up on the glass. And they got all the extra possessions. And we did a good job of taking care of the ball tonight, which was key. So, you know, you like to think we're learning from that. So.
A super quick follow-up too,
Yeah.
going into it, you know, seeing that Paolo was questionable, the
Yeah.
possibility of him possibly even playing tonight. What is that from a preparation standpoint?
Oh, you prepare for all scenarios. You know, our coach is doing an amazing job of having everything covered. Certainly, when he's in the lineup, it changes a lot drastically. Just handling him really forces you to do different things because it gives you matchup problems. But we were ready for it, regardless of what happened. And you know, like I said, we caught a break with him not being able to go. But yeah, we were certainly ready for it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate it.